Today, we're meeting Aika, idol, singer, but also the voice of a generation seeking justice. Aika, thank you for being here. To begin, who are you really?
I'm an artist, yes. But above all, I'm someone who has watched things fall apart for too long without saying anything. We've been taught to obey, to accept, to keep our heads down. I want to lift mine, and I want to help others do the same.
Your first album came out recently. What does it represent to you?
The first album was already a revolution, but an intimate one. It speaks of my adolescence, my scars, my mistakes, my sleepless nights. It was a cry against parental authority, against school authority, against everything that locks a teenager in and stops them from breathing. It was raw, personal, sometimes fragile, but necessary. A way of saying, I free myself, and I want others to be able to free themselves too.
And the second one?
The second is in preparation, and it will be very different, because after talking about me, I want to talk about us. What we all live, injustice, manipulation, the illusions of a system that crushes us. This new album won't be a confession. It will be a cry, a collective cry. It will be harder, more direct, more committed, not just songs, but strikes against the lies we're forced to swallow.
You often talk about injustice. What do you mean by that?
Think about it. We wake up early, we work hard, we sacrifice our lives. And in the end, this work doesn't even belong to us. We don't work for our children or for our loved ones, but for them. We feed their luxury, we maintain their privilege, and in return, we get crumbs. Taxes themselves are not the problem. Paying for schools, for hospitals, for roads, for safety, that's fair. What's unacceptable is that they twist our labor and fail to give back what they promise. Good schools, good hospitals, real security. They rob us twice, once with our sweat, and again with the fruits of that sweat.
So you think this system is doomed to fail?
This system doesn't rest on justice, it rests on an illusion. Divide and conquer. We are split into boxes, into colors, into genders, into religions. While we fight each other, they thrive. It's as old as time. But nature has a simple rule. One isolated person is fragile, but a united people is indestructible. That's what they fear. Our union.
But do you really believe in this?
Do I believe in it? Yes. Will it be easy? No, I'll be honest. You don't topple an established order with the snap of a finger. The illusions of the system are powerful. They hold people with comfort, with habits, with the fear of change. Many prefer to hide in that false safety, and I can't blame them. So yes, this will be a long and difficult struggle. Those who rally under the banner, the crown riddled with bullets if you want the symbol, must be ready to search, to build, to endure. Look at history. The French Revolution proved that the people could rise and change their fate. But remember this too. The history we keep, the one we teach, is always the history of the winners. That's a mistake, because we lose half the story. We forget the excesses. We forget the mistakes. We forget the voices that warned us. And at school, we're given a polished, simplified version designed to serve the power in place. If we truly want to avoid repeating the faults of the past, then we must hear all voices, even those of the defeated. Otherwise, history repeats itself, and vermin always crawl back to the top. That's the lesson to keep. It's not enough to overthrow. We must build differently. Build solid, lasting institutions that prevent abuse from returning under another face.
And do you think people will follow you?
Will people follow me? I can't promise an immediate victory, but I can promise one thing. I will not betray the idea. And an idea cannot be killed. If enough people choose unity over division, then yes, we will have a real chance to reclaim our future.
Do you consider yourself a leader?
Maybe I am a leader. I don't know. What I do know is this. Leading is not about enslaving. It's about serving. A true leader takes responsibility, bears the weight when needed, and stands behind the people they represent, not in front to profit. To lead is servitude, a voluntary servitude for the common good, not enslavement. If that is what being a leader means, then I accept the role, without illusions or hunger for power for myself.
And why do this as an idol?
Because a united people needs a symbol, a face, a voice, a song. I don't want to be a star. I don't want to feed my ego. I want to be that symbol. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to be an idol. To carry this cry of resistance and unity. And understand this. The greatest fight is not for a state, nor for a land, nor even only for our loved ones. The greatest fight is the fight for freedom.
A big thanks for your time. It was a pleasure.